welcome back everyone. Here we are through page 32. Made some good progress. Should wrap it up tonight, I believe. Got mostly done. Just got some fine details to put in. Here's our Cuckoo right quick. If I can find the right step down here. I'm sort of really still entertained by that. Of course, our lights. Got our pull cord over here if I can get a hold of it. Working beautifully. Love it. Really enjoying this kit. I think it's going to end up being my favorite ROKR kit ever once we get done here. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems. We're just building silly little models and having a bit of fun. You seen any kits or builds or sets or anything you'd like me to take a shot at? Feel free to drop it in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience on YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. So, without any further ado, let's start constructing a bit. Got some, let's say this is all just small detail stuff now. We're not doing any major construction at this point. Just got a couple of dormers, I think they're called, like I said, little details to go up on the roof and window boxes or whatever you want to call them. But let's see here. We'll take you and these guys, go all the way in. Okay, they both face the same way, so it doesn't matter which one's. Alright. This guy down here, all the way in on it, and you. I'll do the blank side up just to maybe the writing. I don't think it's going to show, but I'll make sure it doesn't show. And then pop you on top of that one. I hope. There it goes. Okay. To there. These guys holding it in. The right side up on them. Yeah. Our little window box detail on more of these guys. Never decided which way it's supposed to be up on them. I'm not sure. It sounds like they're having a party out there without me. Okay, it says blank side up on this one. So you here. Alright. Okay. And on to the second half of this page. Sides on. Yeah. Okay, missed a couple of spots. It probably should have been yellow, but I think, I don't know, I might do them. You on the top here, and this guy goes through our little slot. It's going to lock our roof in place. Okay. Okay, let me grab my yellow marker. And a little too May not even show in the end, though. Make a decent effort to trying to blend it in a bit. Likewise, yes. There. More cool on those. All right. Now that whole thing, get it back over here. That is our battery box cover. So you go here and drop in, it looks like. Alright. Perfect. Slotted right in. Love it. Okay, so the whole thing's gonna come out. No, I guess you have to take that off to make it clearance. Where's my damming up at? Oh no, that's the wiring on the inside. Okay. But I'm using Type C, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, put you back over slightly out of the way again, and move on. No, actually, we're about to do some work on you. I'll be back. Thought was building the other room. Okay, so we're working on the big boy, so let's take her out. First things, we're putting our edges on our roof here. Should. Yeah, that's right. Doesn't seem to be cooperating. Okay, there it goes. Just wasn't lined up. Do a little up and down action to get them go onto their appropriate pegs. Then they, yeah, slide it right on. Oh, yes. That on the back. These, okay, yeah, they're both C16, so they're both the same. So making sure I wasn't supposed to put one in the front and one on the back. Let me start at the top and work my way down on this one. All right. That one. All right. Cool. Now we got. I think it's gonna end up being like a little patio or something over here. Back in for this. Let's see what we're doing. So, like so. Yes. Through the back here. And then decorate it on. So the same thing here. Oops. Go from the plain side. Decorations to go on. So at that. Okay, evidently I did do that backwards. Okay. Yep. That was wrong. Yep, it goes in through the printed side. We want this at the back. That's still not going to line up because that's... Oh, because yeah, it's going on that side. Okay. Okay. And birds go on here. This guy goes across the front. Okay. That should lock everything in place there for us. Yeah, it's a little more stable. Now this guy goes around our water wheel. Alright. We got that situation going on there. Cool. And our little rabbit dude over here. Right there. Alright. And just like that, we're done with page 34. Load up some more tiny bits and bobs. Got our carrot patch and a sign. Come here. Okay, so you side two this way. Okay, got a big carrot right in the middle. That's going to end up being our tab to hold in place. Medium carrot supposedly right there. Yeah. Then our little carrots everywhere else. Patch goes right there. So you little guy. Big guy. Go. Huh. Next to our carrot patch. And I was supposed to get 2 of the C28s and I didn't. Let's get another one. 28, yeah. Quick touch up the old brown. Hard to get this big tip, so it's hard to get it into the nooks and crannies on these. So I can sort of try a bit, create the illusion. Like I generally, that's all I'm trying to do, just get it in there. Okay. One goes here and one goes there, so you guys in. Fence around our rabbit messenger. Almost dropped it. Nice little corner fence post there with a roof in the way, so I hope it's showing for me. Alright. Bottom half of 35. Moving right along. Yeah. I got to pulling these parts, and I was actually worried this might be an extra long video, but I think it's going to be reasonable. Okay, so we start with our tree. And it looks like they just repurposed a Christmas tree because it does have the star on the top there. Either that or somebody's just lazy and didn't undecorate the tree at the rocker water wheel. Okay. Ooh. Put you in that corner here. Let's see which one's there. That's there. I'm glad I painted the extra, both sides on that, because it's sort of it was going to be exposed. I might have put it in backwards, but there we go. Back corner there, underneath the roof. Now we got some steps to build. Go on the back too, but let's see, we got that and the long third step up. I only painted one side of them, so they should be set up to be have the front painted and that side. And these are not very snug. They're pretty loose. Well, until I set it, and then that one didn't. You I'll go on this side. One in, pretty well lined up. This will work our way up, I think. How I usually do these. There it goes. Alright, there, nice. And that's going to be our mounting point, I hope. That's what I'm assuming anyway. Back here, there, right into our wall right there. Okay, so then, okay, it goes access to our little balcony thing, okay. And our door still opens down here, so we can get into whatever we need to do with that. Alright. Nice. I like it. Nice little detail. Now, on to 36. Okay. You get these guys with the stud to the bottom. So there you line up there. Okay, that one did. Yeah, it's, okay, just didn't have it situated right there. Then you go in front of that. yellow bit on the back side here. Behind it. This goes over our front door somewhere here. Not sure where. Okay. Our slots there go into these slots here. Okay. That makes some sense. There you go, yeah. There you go, yeah. Nice. Oh, if y'all stayed to the end last night, I really am glad I touched the inside of the porch rails up there. That makes a big difference in the appearance, to me anyway. Now, build our little bell tower situation going here. First half of the bell tower, and then the bottom half of page 36. The other half. I call it bell tower, I guess bell free maybe. Over here. Side on. Side on. Run it down the middle. And the other side. Should have painted that brown too. They're out there throwing a little fit. You have to expect them to calm down, and they don't seem to be. So let me go check on my dogs, and I'll come back and we'll wrap this bad boy up. Okay, they're evidently tired of waiting on me to let them out for a walk. So, got our bell tower, belfry, whatever you want to call it, and this goes in these 4 slots with our little birdie behind it. Okay, so if I can get it down into the. Alright, there he goes. Yeah. Thought it was going to be dramatic there, but it just popped right in. There we go. Focus on it. Those, I don't think I'm going to take it off to paint those brown. I should, but I'm not gonna. From straightforward, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, and that is 36. So moving on to the last page of assembly. So gotta build this guy. A lot of pieces on this one too. Okay, so we're going. I'll spread out here so we can go. These guys. Mix them properly. These are both the same, so just make sure you get the yellowish one. And there. 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 And there. shutters. Blank side, the straight, the high side. Like that. Now this one must be mirror of that. One would hope. Okay. Window frame. That. I didn't have this. Got like an orangish tint to the brown. I didn't have a good orange to go with that one, so I went with that. And I sort of regret that. It's sort of almost too much contrast between them. I should have repainted the whole thing at that point. As a matter of fact, I could, but why not? Let's see if I can find that. Yep. Right there on top. So let's, yeah. Have to make sure it's right. Yeah, I think it is. Paint's not sticking that well to that stuff. That laminate. I know it doesn't look like it. That is the same orange. I think. Maybe not. It will be now though. Okay. I just didn't like that. Whatever laminate they used on top of that thing, it just bubbled right up on it. I think I've had that happen before. Okay. That may have been the wrong orange after on second thought. Okay, so we got our window. You go into this notch here. Roof panels going to form our little club. Should have done that one. Should have done the bottom one first. Duh. No matter how many times I reach over to grab the screwdrivers, I always grab the wrong one first. Doesn't matter if I'm looking for the Phillips or the flathead, I always grab the opposite one. Okay, try that again. Pull the whole roof up. And our sides. More pieces I probably should be painted. Because I didn't think about them sticking up that much over the edges there. Okay. Now, like I said, you go in over our little wiring access panel here. 4 tabs going on. And just slide it right in. Super easy, no drama. Love it when that happens. Okay. We got that going. Alright. Cool. Yeah, this one's loose on this one. Knocked it. Hit it with my hand. Oh, it wasn't lying down. Okay. Yeah, I just barely touched this one and knocked it out, and it took a second to get it back into the proper slots there. Okay. So, I don't know if I want to advocate for a touch. Well, I do need to be able to remove that so I can open up that door. So probably don't want to glue it in place like I was about to say. Okay. Now, one last piece to build, and we will wrap this up. Got this guy with a sign. So you guys. Here. Just go fairly close to this hand with it. Got our Sweet Dreams sign. And that's not a stray piece of paint there. That's I think that's supposed to be a carrot that they drew on the sign. Yeah, where do you go? Okay, you just go inside of our little building here. Tear it off as you punch it in. Right. Popped right in. Reasonably no drama. And that concludes our build. Alright. So, let's get this wire plugged back in here. There's no real change to the actual function or structure of the important stuff. All the way down there. Out. And get my lights. And of course more of the cuckoo. Yeah. Yep. I had a couple of people mention the pendulum is loud on these things. I haven't noticed it yet, but I'm not, like I say, in a quiet room at night I can see it probably being, there's a little thunk, 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 thunk to it. But it's not, yeah, I can sort of hear it now. I really concentrate on it. But it wasn't anything that I noticed before they mentioned it, but it's something to think about. Probably wouldn't be a good clock for the bedroom, unless you get that metronome sound will put you out. I really like all the little details they put on here. Even on the back where do it from the bottom this time. Where you're not going to see much very often. It's a nice, like I said, I like, they just, ROKR goes all out on this stuff. I've yet to be disappointed in one of their projects that I can remember. And, I guess got a good night light going with that. But like I say, I'm not sure I'd want that in my bedroom. I think I just said something close enough to Siri for it to open, my iPad to open up for me. Yeah, I'm digging this. This is definitely gonna go. This one's not going to storage. This is definitely gonna go on display. I like the. I just everything about this I like. I appreciate I have to say 2 or 3 people suggested it to me, so I'm glad y'all did. I really enjoyed this build. No drama. Went together. A couple of little hiccups, but nothing. I think the hiccups are my fault, not the project's fault. I think this one's definitely. It's not a beginner project, but it's not a highly advanced one either. I think it's a good moderate project I don't think anybody should worry about trying to tackle. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's do, if I can reach it from here. I think I got tomorrow's project. Give you actually remember to pull it out of the, to make it a preview. Also another ROKR, Rowood, the same company. A little sunflower. It's a 3D. I think it's a wall hanging. It's a Van Gogh inspired, obviously. I don't know how. Yeah, it's a little deep. It's not like a real deep one, but it's, you know, get that 3D effect going. Fairly new project. I don't remember I bought these on the ROKR Rowood site, or I think it might have been on Amazon. I'll have to go back and look. But I saw it. I sort of like the, you know, sort of stuff. It looked simple, but not too simple. What we're looking at, 266 pieces. Skill rating. It's only a 2, so yeah, this one should be like a 1 or 2 day project. So it, you know, looks simple enough. This would be a good palette cleanser, I think. And then I got a couple of book nooks lined up, and need to get back into those. But like I say, we'll start on this one tomorrow. In the meantime, folks, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel over there if you want to take a peek at me doing experiments a couple of times a month. This here is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and there's our playlist for this whole build right there. See you tomorrow.